Feels good to be back on the trail after my government camp extended stay, but it's going to be a short day since I got a late start. And I look forward to finding a good place to settle in and find camp. Wow, this is really pretty. I'm loving how the terrain and the landscape and the scenery is changing, and there's so much more water. This is exciting. Less water to carry, yay. Amazing views at the base of Mount Hood. I could hike with views like this for a very long time, I think. Wow. Just wow. This is spectacular. And what a gorgeous day. Since both of my GoPro batteries are fully charged after my stay in government camp, I'm going to see how much I can actually hike and shoot with my GoPro. The batteries don't last long at all, so I suspect I won't get much, but we'll see how it turns out. More water coming right off the snow and glaciers from Mount Hood. This is awesome. This is my first night out after 3 days in government camp waiting on a resupply. I'd planned on staying a day, I think, maybe 2 to get caught up on work, but my resupply package got sent back because they only hold hiker packages for 2 weeks. General delivery mail, generally they hold for 30 days, but hiker mail, because they're bulky boxes, I guess they only hold for 14 days. And I don't know if I knew that they ask you to put an estimated time of arrival on there, which I didn't do. So they timed the 2 weeks from the time they got it. So anyway, it got sent back, and so I had to have it resent to me. And so that meant I needed to stay an extra 2 days to get my resupply. Long story, really. There was a lot involved in it, but it all worked out. I got my resupply this morning, and that was in government camp. And so I am just about 5 miles outside of Timberline Lodge at the base of Mount Hood, which is very popular even this time of year. I can imagine what it's like in the winter with all the ski stuff open. And so I'm just setting up camp. Short day. It's about 5:30, so not bad. I didn't get on the trail until almost 3, and I'm just gonna crawl in. It's foggy, as you can see. The more north I get, I'm starting to see signs of Washington, definitely. So I'm really looking forward to the Washington border in, I think, 35 miles, something like that. So, all right. So it's good to be back out. I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, let's go. March on. It's cold and foggy. I'll put my rainfly on in a few minutes. And you might notice, I've noticed, that even though I've only done 5 miles, I noticed that with my new trail runners, taking off my shoes isn't the first thing I think about when I get into camp. So while my feet still hurt a little bit, right here, they feel like they get swollen. But if I massage it, it helps. But other than that, definitely feeling better than they were with either the oboes or the Merrills. So I'm on the right track with the trail runners. I was wrong. I can admit it. There's people around. A lot of day hikers. Oh yeah, and I just crossed Zigzag River, so my feet are wet. But I love my new socks. I got them in Sisters. at the local outdoor store. Oh, can't remember the name of it now. Really nice lady. They're called Fits, and they do fit really well, and they're wool, and I really like them. I can actually hike in these without a liner, and they're doing really well. And they're soft. She said these are her favorite socks, and I can see why. I think they might be my new favorite socks. I poured my dinner in my jar, but I didn't add water to cold soak it. I think I have so much heavy food, like trail mix. I don't think I'm going to cook dinner tonight. I think I'm just going to eat trail mix. I have a lot. And every time I'm in town for a few days, I bring leftovers. And I've got like dried apricots and dried cherries. I have a lot of heavy food, so I think I'll just eat heavy food. Save the light food. This is my typical routine when I set up camp. Empty out my backpack. The white bag is a trash compactor bag, which I use to keep everything waterproof. All my bedding goes in there, my sleeping bag, my sleeping pad, my clothes that I sleep in, and that goes in the bottom of my pack. I also make sure I take all the food out of my pack, out of my pockets, and all my food goes in my odor-proof bag before I turn in for the night. I'll blow up my air mattress later when I'm ready to get inside. And this is, since I am dry camping, this is my water along with what I have in my Gatorade bottle for the night. So it's a good thing I'm not cooking. I have found that if I really shake out my sleeping bag really, really well to make sure all the down is distributed evenly, I stay much warmer. Since I've been on the trail a while now, I have a routine and a place for everything, which I didn't have the first week. That's probably why I lost so many things. And so I take out my headlamp, everything that I'm going to need for the rest of the night, any pain reliever, any Benadryl that I might need to sleep, and I just kind of stash all that in my tent along with my spot device. I have 3 different pockets for stashing things inside my tent, so everything has its place, so I never have to think about where to grab what I need, especially in an emergency. Beautiful foggy morning. Here we go. I'm taking my time this morning before I pack up. I'm going to start slowing down a little bit. That trail, how you can just see how the trail just hugs the mountains like that. I think I hear something down there. Besides the water. And then voila! Look at that! Wow. And then voila! Look at that! Wow. Wow, will you look at this? The fog just gives everything such a mystical feeling. This waterfall coming directly off of Mount Hood. This is what I hike for. Be a fun river crossing. It looks like those two logs right there, everybody's saying are the best bet. I have one to walk on and one to hold on to. I don't like logs, they're slippery. Alright, this is it. I guess this isn't too bad. I can use the rope. Okay, I did it. That wasn't too bad. Once I was able to throw my poles across so that I could use both hands, straddle both logs, and use the rope, it really wasn't that bad. Another successful river crossing. That's like 3 that have been a little challenging. This is the stuff, though, that breaks up the monotony of a boring hike. How does my buff look today? Kind of funky, huh? Who cares? I'm not out here trying to be a fashion plate model. Fashion anything. Fashionista. Oops. And it's also really important to remember when you go upstream 100 feet to do a river crossing, you need to go back down to find the trail. Wandering around going, where's the trail? Where's the trail? Of course, I finally turned on my GPS, which is awesome. Gut Hooks is awesome. Shows me where the trail is and where I am in relation to the trail. So it helps me get back on trail. And as I'm heading back down here, I'm like, oh yeah, I went 100 feet up off the trail to cross the river. So now I need to go back down. All right. I was heading back to the trail and I ran into this group who were having trouble finding a place to cross the river. And I was still having trouble finding the trail, so we helped each other out. So I'm going to sit here for a minute, take a break, and watch them cross. I couldn't get video of me crossing because that would have meant crossing it 3 times to set up the camera. So I'll just show you what it looked like for anybody crossing it. Pretty much probably what I look like. Ramona Falls. This looks like a perfect spot for a break. I think I'll have second breakfast here. Put my feet up and relax and enjoy the view. Welcome to Ramona Falls. Probably running off the glaciers, or at least the snow of Mount Hood. It's really starting to look like Washington. A lot of water today. Gorgeous. See that? The camera is probably not going to pick it up the way I'm seeing it. The way the light is hitting it. It's really, really cool. There we go. I see a face. And eyes. Wow. Well, be careful what you wish for. I've been complaining about how dry Oregon is. And I get to cross that. Yeah. Luckily there's two again and a rope. Alrighty. Well, that's just not gonna be fun. Ready to do this? This would be a good time to have the GoPro on my pack, which I haven't tried yet. Alright, see you on the other side. Oh, what an exciting day it's been. So that wasn't too bad. The rope was almost unnecessary. Just lean over the bigger log. And it makes it really hard with trekking poles. And I was blind, just sliding my feet along. I couldn't see my feet at all. The log goes underneath the other log, but not bad. Another successful crossing. Beginning to look a lot like Washington. Everywhere I go, everything is green and the water is flowing. It's beginning to look a lot like Washington. Oh. Well, another great day on the Pacific Crest Trail. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me. You're going to want to stay tuned because there is a lot more water to come in the form of thunder, lightning, and rain. Yep, things get really interesting. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And I look forward to seeing you next time from the Pacific Crest Trail. Be happy, be free, and be kind. See you soon.